Hey, all right, participants. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Well, that was a little bit of a surprise start to the day. How you doing, Brittany?
I'm good, good. I'm excited about this. Thanks so much for putting this together tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited too. This is something that we love to do. We've done shows for a couple state legislative candidates, but we're really excited about Brittney Rodas and making sure that you win your House race. So, yeah, we have a great lineup, including me, I guess, including me. Um, so yeah, this is something that we've been doing for some state legislative candidates, but it's kind of a little bit start to a somber day, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we're all here to enjoy some great music and talk about democracy in Pennsylvania, but I think it's with a heavy heart we first have to acknowledge the passing of, a true giant and trailblazer in civil rights history in the United States, Congressman John Lewis. I think we're at a moment in history where we have to reflect on the work that he has done and the position he's put us in to continue that fight forward. So, um, I know it's a little cheesy, but I'd like to at least dedicate this to him, the work that we're doing right now to make sure that all of that work is not lost in his passing.
Yeah, it's not cheesy at all, And I just wanted to also read a quote that has been going around today. Um, so this is from John Lewis. The essence of the nonviolent life is what he wrote about in his book. Is the capacity to forgive, even as a person is cursing you to your face, even as he's spitting on you or pushing a lit cigarette into your neck, and to understand that your attacker is as much a victim as you are. At the bottom of this philosophy rested upon John Lewis's belief that people of goodwill, that the beloved community, as he called them, would rouse themselves to combat evil and injustice. He just was, really a true hero of of civil rights and of public service.
Absolutely. Thank you for reading that. I think we have a lot to learn from his history and how we it's our duty to make sure that we carry that on.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Brittany. So I think what I'll do is I'll play some music. I got these guitars here. I might as well do that. Um, yeah. The reason why it was kind of really entertaining for me is because hey, this my system died right as we started the Facebook feed. So yeah, get a little entertainment. Well, all right. So we'll bring you back right after I'm done playing some songs.
Sounds great.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
All right, so I'm going to start off with a song that was born from a dark place, but it's the most optimistic song I think I have ever written, and I just don't know where it came from. Well, I kind of do, but fried shrimp, clams, Maryland crabs, a big old bucket of beer. The waitress comes around and says, "Is everything alright, dear? You never ever never know all the places you'll go, all the things that life will show. You just never know. You never ever never know. Just learn to take it kinda slow. Take every chance you get to grow. You just never know." There's a long road to hoe. Just take a look at your big toe. Take off your shoe and go. Kick back, enjoy the show. You never ever never know all the places you will go, all the things that life will show. Just never know. You never ever never know. Just learn to take it kinda slow. Take every chance you get to grow. You just never know. information desk is key. They say you're hard to mind free, and the answers you'll find, they're all locked up in your mind. Baby, they're all alone. That's the point of this here song. You never ever never know all the places you'll go, all the things that life will show. Just never know. You never ever never know. Just learn to take it kinda slow. Take every chance you get to grow. You just never know all the places you go, all the things that life will show. Take every chance you get to grow. You just never know. All right. Yeah. Well, we got a little bit of a later start, so I'm gonna go to this brand new song, and all these songs, I think all these songs are from this new album I'm doing. Oh, you know, this is I have merch. Yeah, this is actually my new album. It's not going to be released. This is a preview. It's not going to be released until September, but maybe I shouldn't even show it. I don't know how that works. But all these songs are from this new album, and this one, this is my newest song, and it really, it was written about a lot of us who, even for hours or days, or as in my case months, separated from loved ones, and this is dedicated to all of us. When the world is a little bit colder, you can be the blanket for me. When this world is a little bit darker, you're the light I can see. If your arms cannot hold me, it's your love I still feel, and your heart is the only beating thing that is real. Stay safe, stay safe, till you're home here with me. Stay safe, stay safe. Home is where you should be. I remember what it was like before everything changed in such a short time. We hardly talk now. We should be able to agree. Have we forgotten what's important? We argue endlessly, but we're still human, and it's not right. We all want the same thing. Stay safe, stay safe, until you're home here with me. Stay safe, stay safe. Home is where you should be. Home is where you should be. Until you're home here with me. should also say that that song is written by a Pennsylvania resident, Viola Krause, and co-written. And I'm really excited. I think Viola might be here, but right now I can't see anything because my system crashed. So anyway, yeah. So that song was written as a result of meeting Viola at a retreat at Hot Springs, North Carolina. When we were all traveling. And this song is also co-written from that retreat. It was the original inspiration was sitting in a little park bench near my house and looking at all these animals and like bugs and birds and realizing how vulnerable we all are. So. Sitting in my garden chair, there's a roly-poly over there, touching many rows into a ball. There's no plan B for the roly-poly. Got a feeling we're headed for a fall. Rising tides will sink our shores. Bumblebees won't buzz no more. Butterflies won't have a place to rest. Sink or swim, will we still care? Will the roly-poly still be there? If we say we've done our very best. Garden grows all our food. The roly-poly lives there too. Like me and you, he wants grandkids too. Do I choose to sit and wait? Where the choices that we make? Is there something more that we can do? Can I make a difference? What happens next? Yeah, there's some things I could do. Rising tides will sink our shores. Bumblebees won't buzz no more. Butterflies won't have a place to rest. Sink or swim, will we still care? Will the roly-poly still be there? If we say we've done our very best. Can we handle what will happen next? All right, well, so here's what I've learned in the last 3 years. I've done a lot of work. There's my dog. My dog Henry. Okay, so what I've learned in the last 3 years is there's a crazy amount of people working really hard to do things for the right reasons. I used to be like this big cynic, like everyone. I think we all have a little bit of cynicism, right? But getting to know candidates like Brittney has really changed the way I view things. I didn't really think about it, and this is what Brittney wouldn't tell you. In order to run for office, you give up time with your family, you give up nights and weekends, and a lot of times these candidates, they give up their career, and then they run for office for really not a lot of money. I mean, it's it's because you want to do things right. And if you look at what Brittney's running for, and she's going to get a chance to talk about some of this stuff, but she's running to make sure that public education is available for everyone, and that healthcare is affordable, that government represents people appropriately with fair, drawing fair districts, which is really important to all of us, so we get represented by the people, by the majority. Anyway, and the environment, like that song was about that I just played. So I've lost my cynicism, and what I've realized is that these are just people trying to do the right thing. And Brittney, I really appreciate her platform, what she's running for, and so what I'm going to do today is it's something kind of a little bit new. If any donation at all anybody makes, I'll bundle some of these unreleased songs that I'm playing today, and I'll send them to you as a download that you can download. Whatever it is, donate a couple of bucks, donate what you can, donate a lot if you can. I know that times are tough. If you have the opportunity, because you still have a job or you have resources, please donate to Brittney's campaign. And if you have more time than money, you could still help Brittney campaign out, and make some phone calls, or do the things that are required to help Brittney win. So there'll be a link in the chat for you to do that. And I'm going to close out with a couple of songs from the new album. The Prince knew Machiavelli. Have you no sense of decency? You can't have morals when there's no ground. Chicken Little came a calling. Pinocchio's nose is growing. The emperor's not wearing any clothes. But this is real. You just don't see. There's a long arc of justice in history. There's something you just don't see. It's that queen of truth who set us free. Joseph Goebbels was deformed. Nobody learned from Animal Farm. 1984 taught us double speak. Just how did we get here? Ignorance does not seem like bliss. It's a messed up repeat of history. You will be you, I will be me. There's a long arc of justice in history. There's something you just don't see. It's that queen of truth who set us free. I may be blue, you are just mean, and we know truth will set us free. One, two, three. I'm gonna tell you all. It's time to kick your ass in gear. It's time to tear down fear. Do something now. The moment has arrived. We can tell we're alive and do more than survive. Do something now. It's time we do something. Do something. Do something now. Do something. Do something. Do something now. Don't just bitch and moan. Time to get on the phone. To be sure, just knock on doors. It's forward, ho. It's time we do something. Do something. Do something now. Do something. Do something. Do something now. Polar bears can't swim forever. Guns killed 7 kids a day. 10 more lies, yeah. He's a Russian spy. I mean, like, he really is a Russian spy. Women's rights are being stripped away. It's time we do something, do something, do something now. 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 I'm gonna tell you all, it's time to kick your ass in gear. All right, that's what I got. And I am going to invite Brittney back on the screen. So there we go. There we go. Cool. Welcome back. I'll hold my guitar. Just
you are so incredibly talented.
Oh, get out of here.
I always joke that if I could have one talent, it would be to be a musician. I have no musical skills, but
well, it's obsession like anything else, It just I've just enjoyed it and I've played and I really love to do it. So
yeah, well, you're quite talented, so thank you.
I am really excited to hear from you. So I'm going to give you the floor and go ahead and let us know more about you.
Okay, sure. Well, again, thank you. Thank you to Linda, who's behind the scenes too, for facilitating this. You guys have just been so incredible in getting this put together, so I'm really appreciative of it. So a little bit about me, why we're here today. So my name's Brittney Rodas. I'm running for state representative in the 105th district, which is the suburbs of Harrisburg in Pennsylvania. I am running in a seat that was decided by only 500 votes last cycle and is a top targeted seat to flip from red to blue this cycle. I'm running against corruption. I'm running against the denial of science and medicine. So that's what I'm running against. So who am I? Again, my name is Brittney Rodas. I am first and foremost a mother. I have two beautiful young children at home, and I earned my master's from Penn State University in public administration. And I'm a former policy staffer for the House, where I drafted legislation and did constituent work. But I'm also the daughter of a veteran who died because he didn't have access to quality, affordable health care. And I was raised by a single mother who really relied on her union job to make sure that ends meet. So I'm running for state representative because as a policy staffer, I sat across a table from a family who begged us to put a cap on the price of insulin. And we couldn't because Big Pharma lobbied against us. And I met with small business owners who told me that they were struggling to stay afloat competing with corporations like Walmart and Giant. Yet our Republican-led legislature continued to expand opportunity at the expense of small business. And I met with fifth graders who told me that they were afraid that their school might be shot up. But we have done nothing in the face of gun violence. I'm running for state representative because in the absence of the willingness of our legislature to stand up and address a broken healthcare system, or pay working families a dignified wage, I have a moral obligation to stand up. I'm not running because I think I have all of the answers or because I have a ton of money. I'm running because I know from my experience in the legislature that there is far too much at stake to just sit on the sidelines. I know I don't need to tell you guys why this is the most important election of our lifetime. But what I do need to tell you is that I can't do it alone. Here in Pennsylvania, when you go to vote in November, you're not just voting for a Democrat or a Republican. You are voting for 10 years of policy. You are voting for fair maps, and you're voting to ensure that our public schools are fully funded for 10 years. You're voting to protect our healthcare and to finally step up on climate change. But the buck doesn't just stop there. We can't live with 4 more years of Trump in the White House. We just can't. And the only way for Joe Biden to win the presidency is with Pennsylvania. The only way for Joe to win Pennsylvania is with Central PA. So tonight, I want you to sit back and enjoy the music, and I hope you're sitting with family and friends. But tomorrow, we need you to pick up the phones. We need you to start dialing. We need you to contribute if you are able to, because there is just far too much at stake to let this election go without stepping up and taking part. So with that, again, thank you. I'm happy to answer questions through my Facebook or however, but I'm going to kick it back over to Pete. I think we have some more of our campaign staff that are going to speak.
Absolutely, yeah. I think so. This is Henry. I had to bring, since I talked about Henry. We're at home. You were running for all the reasons that I care about. You hit everything, and you even touched on one that is so personal to me, which everything comes down, what's political is personal, right? And you talked about insulin, which means diabetes. There's another conversation we may have maybe at the end of this. Maybe we'll save it for the end. But right now, I want to make sure that folks can understand how to, work with your campaign. So we're going to bring Sophia up, and she's just got a, whoops, I think I stopped her video, which is not the right thing. There we go. Sorry, Sophia. And so we're going to bring Sophia up so she can talk about how to help your campaign. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you so much. And yeah, that was so enjoyable. It was nice to just listen to some really good music. And of course, always nice to hear Brittney speak too. So I am Sophia Leave. I am the field organizer for the Brittney Rodas campaign. And I just wanted to introduce myself. If you do agree and sign up to volunteer with us, I will be the person you'll be communicating with primarily. So a little bit about me. I just graduated from the University of Pittsburgh with a degree in mechanical engineering of all things, and now I'm here. But in this time, in this degree, I found a lot of people who, because they are in this technical major, they were able to basically say politics don't matter to me, and I'm not going to pay attention to it, even in some of the most contentious times. And I noticed in your song, Pete, you mentioned the word ignorance is not bliss, and I just I agree with that too. I think a lot of these people I was with didn't really quite understand that. So, and I think I didn't realize how it could affect me personally until I moved to Pennsylvania, and I am a queer woman. I am a bisexual woman, and I realized that in Pennsylvania, despite federal protections, it's actually there is no explicit protections against discrimination in the workplace for sexual orientation. So even though at a federal level, very recently that was approved, it's up to the state house and it's up to the states to make that decision. So races like Brittney, that will affect my life for the future. And I'm just really excited to be a part of her campaign. And yeah, so this state race is going to make a big difference. It's going to affect my day-to-day life. It's going to affect everyone's day-to-day life in Pennsylvania. And I don't know if Brittney said this, but there's only 9 seats that we need to flip to get this state house back to blue. And this is going to be one of the most important ones. So we're really excited. We need all the help we can get. Like Brittney said, it was 500 votes in 2018. So that could be the difference of a couple phone calls. Today we made 1,000 voters. We talked to 58 people. And if you sign up to volunteer and help us, we can just grow that number. And we can really reach that people that we need to flip this key seat in Pennsylvania. So I'll send a link again in the chat here to sign up to volunteer. If you fill out that form, you'll get an email from me personally in the next few days, and we can work together to flip this seat, to flip the state house, and all the way up through the White House. So yeah, and thanks to Face the Music for hosting. This has been a nice time, and I'm looking forward to some more songs.
Well, thank you, Sophia. Wow, I really again, politics is personal, and it's kind of fascinating to me how many people have been touched in the last 4 years, 3 years, personally by things that have just not been right. So yeah, and I'll just say something else. Not only would I recommend that people would volunteer for the campaign, but share this video because it has the links to Google form for people to donate. This video can live on for a little bit. So yes, share this video with friends, with people in Pennsylvania, with people in the district, people across the country that can make a difference. Because people can donate money and their time no matter where they are. Is that right, Sophia?
Yeah. So one of the best ways to donate time right now is going to be through phone banking. Just given the current global pandemic, that's the safest way. So like I said, we made 1,000 calls today, and we're looking to keep that up. That was with the help of some incredible volunteers. So we'll have weekly phone banks on the weekend, as well as we're starting some lunchtime phone banks. So if you work during the week and you have an hour to give between noon and 1 every day to make some calls, you can sign up there and fill out this form, and we'll reach out to you for how to sign up for those specific little ones. So there's going to be lots of little ways to give time. It could be as simple as writing some postcards from your house. So thank you guys so much for this platform, and yeah, sign up to volunteer.
All right, thank you so much, Sophia. Okay, so next up is a friend of mine, Matthias Clark, and so I met Matthias at a regional folk conference on the West Coast, and from the first time I met this gentleman over here, we just like bonded. And he is someone who's passionate about human rights, economic justice, and he puts his time into making sure that things are a little bit better in the world. And he's not a bad musician, not bad. Anyway, I'm gonna turn it over to you, my friend.
Hey. All right, how you guys doing? There we go. First time doing this format. I was blown away by the music, and blown away by the energy of the candidate, Brittney, and her campaign workers there. You guys are amazing. You guys have the courage, and you guys are doing what I wish I could do. I'm glad to be able to contribute a little bit here musically. Thank you so much. Love the Roly Poly song. Oh my God, that was, and that last song, all those songs were great. It was rousing. I appreciate it. I just want to start with a dream quote here, a quote from Harriet Tubman. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. And I think you guys are doing that. This is unreleased yet, but it's going to be coming out soon. It's called Freeway. It's always heavy on this old road. She's moving like she's got a truckload. Nobody knows what she's been through today, and everything she does is all wrong. They used to call this place the freeway. There's nothing free about it today. She closes her eyes and turns to the sky. Says, I don't know where we're gonna die. There's nothing better than a good drink. She loves the way it lets her heart think. And then at least for a while, she's back in style. She heads to camp along the freeway. She does her best to get the hell out of the way. Papa gave her the freeze out, and she knows better than to call out. She closes her eyes, turns to the sky. Says, I don't know where we're gonna die. She slips off the ring, begins to dance. She whispers alone, where's my second chance? She closes her eyes and turns to the sky. Says, I don't know where we're gonna die. She closes her eyes, turns to the sky. I don't know where we're gonna die. Turns to the sky. Says, I don't know where Yeah. Let me see. I want to see where the chat is. I know there's a chat here somewhere. I think it's here. And I'm going to let you guys know that that song is not released yet. But it's coming. There's another song this next song is coming out in on the 20th of August, my grandmother's birthday. My grandmother was a refugee from Vienna, born on August 20th, 1898. And she had to flee Austria when she was in her early 30s because Hitler marched into Austria without firing a shot because the Austrians just let him waltz right in. And the story is they couldn't get a gas mask small enough for my mom's face, so they had to get out of there. And they just made it out to Paris, and then they made it on one of the last boats that Cuba let in. They were turning boats back to the gas chambers from Cuba, but my grandparents and my mom got off on the other side of the island. So in my family, I know about oppression through their story, and this is a little bit about just how crazy it was growing up with all those stories to deal with, and feeling like a fish out of water. But that's the American story, I believe. Those days I was young and stupid, lonely, crazy mom and my Martin, the only thing I had. Refugees from hell's kitchen, never home and always bitching, but music kept me sane, kept me in the game. High as I can be, always trying to be high, and all alone I cry till I'm dry. Strong, stay strong for your mother, don't leave him alone with your brother, he's the only friend you have. And Dad's new family in Malibu somehow painted a deeper blue till my sister drowned, my little brother found. High as I can be, high, always trying to get high, and all alone I cry till I'm dry. I tried to mend the years of cold, doing exactly as I was told, but it didn't take. I'm still a mistake, and I don't know if change can happen. I'm a flat tire that keeps on slapping on the way home. But I don't know the way home. High as I can be, high, always trying to get high, all alone I cry till I'm dry. 12 years old in a big surf frost, I dropped acid with a girl I lost, and I fought it all. I began to fall. I quit flag football and MTV, and I tried to find the real me, but I never could. Still I think I should. I'm terrified of dying here without the truth ringing clear, words I didn't own written on my stone. High as I can be, high, always trying to get high, and all come dry, high and dry. Yeah. I was working on a prompt from a guy named Tom Douglas. He wrote The House That Built Me. And if any of you know Tom, tell him I wrote that song based on that prompt, because I do not believe he's heard it. And I really want him to hear it, because I think I dug deep enough on that. So hopefully he'll agree. Anyway. This guitar is my Boswell. It's number 22 right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's cute. It's got a little sound hole in here, personal sound hole, which is nice. My favorite feature is the bevel right here. Shout out to luthier Mr. Butch Boswell, Boswell Guitars up in Bend, Oregon. I knew him as a young guy in college. He worked at Blue Note Music fixing guitars. And later I bought some guitars from him. And later he started building guitars. He had gone to New York, and he ended up working at Rudy on 48th Street. And I used to work at Rudy with Rudy and a bunch of other guys. This guy, Ara, all these guys. 48th Street in those days was the Mecca. There was no internet shopping. It was, you had to go to 48th Street to buy instruments. That was the best place. And so this kid from San Luis Obispo went over there, and he's a pretty young guy, but he caught the tail end of that. And he got to work under a guy named, what was his name? Pasquale upstairs. And he learned a lot of guitar repair technique from that guy. They were probably fixing 25, 30 guitars a week over there. So this is for Butch. The world's changing. A lot of what we, I mean, I took tigers and elephants for granted when I was raising my kids and showing them little books and movies of, you know, animals and the earth. And that now I'm thinking, you know, they might not have any more of giraffes, let's say. And that's seriously disturbing. And I was wondering, what do you tell your kids when all they do is see movies or read about those animals in books? And this is my song, Tell Your Kid. Take all you can, do what you will. This burning ain't no fire drill. Our midnight mass is done and gone. There's great extinction crashing on. You tried to warn us, shocking stove. We shouldn't let the oceans go. Don't turn away, look what we did. Now what are you gonna tell your kid? I only want what's good for you. And I don't know what we can do. If I'm praying here, just take a stand and make the best of it all. A field of dreams gone in a flood. Fools on a hill full of bad blood. I hear them laughing at our crowd. There's too much noise to speak out loud. Like silent spring that slip away. Smallest creatures every day. If I didn't know better, I'd lose my nerve. Heading round this dead man's curve. I only want what's good for you. And I don't know what we can do. 'Cause I'm praying here. Let's take a stand and make the best of it. senses plain and clear. I feel the fire and I smell the fear. One good sunset and maybe two before this darkness gets to you and me. I'll hold your hand if you hold mine. I swear we're running out of time. We go together or we go alone. But I sure do love our earthly home. Our earthly home. I only want what's good for you. And I don't know what we can do, but I'm playing here. Let's take a stand. Make the best of it all. I only want what's good for you. And I don't know what we can do. I'm playing here. Let's take a stand and make the best of it all. Yes, that's also unreleased. Yeah, but it's coming out on the 20th. That's for my grandmother, Irene Land. She was really special, and she cooked a lot of stuff from scratch. Anything I know about good food, I learned from Grandma. And my brother and me, we spent a lot of time at her house. I'll tell you what. Let's hear it for Irene. Huh, Jay? I got one more for you. And I just have to find it here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Now, this is, I got a tune different for this. Let's see. So I have a songwriting circle here in Los Osos. It's on the central coast of California. And we had a prompt for our songwriting circle to write a song in a third person narrative. And it was a gray day. It's often a gray day around here. Looked out my window. It was a lovely gray day, but it was also kind of bittersweet, the thoughts that came to me. And I wrote this song, not realizing when I wrote it that it was going to be so kind of apropos of what's happening so much around us now. And the name of the song is The Culture War. So it seems like we're living in the middle of a war. It's kind of a civil war, but it's a cultural civil war right now. And the people who are the losers of the war there are people who are victims in the war, seem to be the least prepared to take care of themselves. And that's a bummer. So this is for all the people living in trouble and can't seem to get a house to live in. And every family knows somebody who's going through this. Black crow on a wire, on a cold gray sky, 2 months since the hurricane. Flat out broke, they struggled to shuffle for something to kill the pain. It's been like this since the Civil War. Low couples scuffling for change. Her face keeps sinking with the weight of it all, while he hunts for a deal to arrange. door to a home of their own, safe from the street, back from the culture war, back from the culture war. Waits in front of a Starbucks window, avoiding each passing face. He's stuck across town in a sideways moment, bleeding all over the place. She misses her daughter who's in foster care somewhere. She knows it's her fault, 'cause it's always on her. These choices she makes put her down on the black asphalt. In the land of free and brave, they can't make it through the front door to a home of their own, safe from the street, back from the culture war. The land of free and brave, they can't make it through the front door to a home of their own, safe from the street, back from the culture war. Back from the culture war.
All right, Matthias. Man, great songs. Man, beautiful. Awesome. Yeah.
That's out on Spotify and stuff. I'll put a link up for you guys if you like Spotify or whatever.
There might be a link for your website already.
Whatever. Yeah, it's fine. Thanks so much, guys. I was really into it.
Yeah. So, hey,
youngster.
we got a new little we got a couple new people, including a youngster.
Wow.
So
That's cool.
So Brittney, who's that?
All right, I was muted there. This is my daughter, Olivia.
Spotify
You can
stuff.
say
I'll
hi.
put a link up for you guys if you like Spotify or whatever. Hi, Olivia.
Hi, nice. I'm so glad you're joining us. So we have a couple other people. I want to introduce Gowrie, who is managing the campaign for Brittney, and Linda Allen, who's been such a great help for all of the Face the Music stuff. You know, I think I would lose my mind without Linda. She keeps me sane, and this is an insane world we're in. So, you know, anyway, this has been a joy. You know, I apologize for the little hiccup in the beginning. Technology, it's your friend. So I don't know what it looked like without me there, you know, but I guess I'll see once I go back and look at the recording. Anyway, I want to thank Brittney and Matthias, and I want to thank everybody who was working in the background, and Sophia for all your work in the, you know, managing all the field operations, and Gowrie. People who can't manage campaigns are crazy, but I told you that before. And Linda, thank you. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Pete.
guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brittney.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching.
This was wonderful. Bye, guys.